Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with more Let's Play Harvest Moon Back to Nature. And this is almost certainly going up a little bit late. And by a little bit late, I mean like within an hour of midnight kind of thing. Because I basically had a bunch of stuff I had to get done today. Today, in this case, being Wednesday. And I just didn't have the time to get shit done. I mean, I had to go to my friend's house, get my bike tire fixed. I had to go visit Mom, you know, and a whole bunch of other stuff. The thing that really hurt was I had to stay at the house until like 4 o'clock waiting on the cable guy, because I was the only one who was home. So that kind of hurt my social life today. Yeah. As a result, I didn't get home until like 10:15, and then I had to do a couple things like feeding the critters and whatnot, and I just ran out of time. So it's almost 11 o'clock, and these things are never over in any reasonable amount of time. Let's just face facts. This game is long. So, it's going to go up a little late. It'll go up on time day-wise. It's just later than I like. And like I said, I'm not concerned because I don't think anyone's waited for bated breath for the new episode of Harvest Moon to come up. I mean, there's a chance you're looking forward to seeing your inbox. Oh boy, Kyrix uploaded a video. I hope it's Harvest Moon. It is! But what are the odds you're up at frickin' midnight waiting on that shit? Not too good. And if you are, I'm kind of hoping you'll forgive me if it comes up at 12:45 or some shit. So yeah, today was actually pretty good. It was time-consuming. And speaking of consuming, when I was over at Mom's house, which I couldn't stay too long, I kind of wanted to, and I just happened to glance at my phone and basically realized that if I didn't catch the next bus, I'd be biking all the way home. And as it was, I actually kind of lucked out, because I was basically... I took one of the buses up to where GameStop would be, and I'm thinking, oh, I'll get here and then I'll bike home. And then I happen to notice, I'm like, wait a second, this other bus goes right up that road, and it comes near my road. And they stop within a couple minutes of each other. So I went to catch that, because they basically stop at a mall. And my bus pulled up first, and the next bus I wanted pulls up second. And the guy's like, well, I got 2 bikes up there already, but how far are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm only going this far. I was like, okay, just bring it in backwards. And he hooked it up basically to the wheelchair straps and let me ride. And I actually ended up getting off a little earlier than I wanted to, about, let's say about 12 roads before I was going to. Because I got a text from my roommate basically saying, hey, pick up some Kit Kats. I ate hers and she's mad at me. Because I occasionally pick up, like, candy and stuff for the roommates when I'm out. Because I occasionally ask them for a bunch of crap. You know, like, oh, can you give me a ride, etc. And I'm so broke I can't do gas money. So it just helps that I spot them candy and shit. You know, or they'll bring home food and I'll get some of it, you know, that kind of thing. So it's just a thing that I've always done. Even when I was back at the apartments and I was pretty much beholden nothing to the roommates because I was carrying them at the time, I still would get them treats because that's just the kind of person I am. I am actually a very generous person. It's just a trait that I have, where if I have it to give, I generally do, you know? I mean, anyone who's seen me talk about the lottery on This Week in Kyrix, like, oh, if I won the lottery... Most people are like, oh, if I won the lottery, I'm quitting my job. I'm never working a day in my life again. If I win the lottery, I'm getting a mansion. Mine was, if I win the lottery, I'm taking all of my friends to Disney World, especially the ones that don't live in Florida, you know? And I have a big plan for it, too. Like, if I win, like, the 10 grand a week thing, which... the odds of that happening are very slim just because it's a $20 ticket, and I really don't have 20 bucks to just piss away, you know? But I mean, it basically occurred to me, because for a while I was just saying the 500 because those are the tickets I was buying. And I'm like, you know what? If you're going to fantasize for the big prize, you know? So I did. But if I won that, that's the kind of thing where I would just, again, I'd sit on that money for like 3 months and no one would fucking know. Maybe 1 or 2 people might know. And that's just because I'd need a ride up to Tallahassee, I think, is where you cash in a prize like that. And that person would be the only person who would know that, hey, I just want a fuck ton of money. And I would sit on that money and just build it up and build it up and build it up, and not maybe get a couple small purchases here and there, but nothing that's going to say, hey, Kyrick suddenly came into some money. Why is he suddenly buying shit, you know? What has he done? No. And then one day just call all my friends and say, hey, who wants to go to Disney? Seriously, I'm not exaggerating when I say that would be one of the coolest things I could possibly imagine doing. Just surprising all my friends with a trip to fucking Disney World. You know, I even told my one friend, Reaper, I told him the whole spiel. Like, I'd say, okay, if you're out of state, I'd fly you in, you know, pick you up at the St. Pete International Airport, get a hotel near there for like a night. And all my friends would come in the same day, and I'd drop you all off at the same hotel. And then, like, early in the morning, all my friends, both the ones who were at that motel and the ones beforehand, would meet up there. Maybe I'd get motel rooms or hotel rooms for all my guests, you know? And we'd all meet up there in the morning, and up would pull our charter bus, because I'd get a fucking bus. I'd basically rent a bus for us. And then we'd all get on the bus. We'd all pile on and get ready to be driven to Disney. None of us would be driving. We'd just coast, just relax, just roam the bus, sit down, talk to people. Several of these people I'd be meeting face to face for the first time. I can think of 2 or 3 people I'd bring along who I don't even know what they look like. But I'd bring them because they're my friends, you know? And then we'd get to Disney World, and I'd march up there, and I'd have all our tickets in advance, and I'd basically swipe the card and just say, okay, give me all the tickets, and the tickets would come up, and then I would just hand everyone their tickets, hand them an envelope with $500 and say, have fun. And then we'd all go in there, you know, we'd go to Disney, we'd spend all day at Disney, and they'd all have park hopper passes. And if they existed, because I don't remember if they do, they'd have the upgraded ones that can go to all the parks in Orlando that are Disney owned. And just turn them loose. And at midnight or so, we all meet back at Magic Kingdom and get on the monorail and go into the big monorail hotel that's in there, the one that's in the actual park. And we'd go into our rooms, because I'd reserved those for us. And we'd sleep. And in the morning, we'd get on the monorail, leave the park, charter bus, and the people who live out of state go back on their planes, and the people who live in the state get back in their vehicles, and we all go home. And that would be how I told my friends that I won the lottery. I wouldn't tell them, I would show them. And that's just the kind of person I would be. You know, another thing that came to mind is I've got a friend who is homeless, and this is something that occurred to me today when I was walking around. Is if I had that kind of money, I'd basically say, okay, we're gonna find you an apartment, you know? We're just gonna roam around, find an apartment, get you on the lease or whatever, just tell them, hey, I'm paying in cash, she's getting a year lease, you know? And I'm paying the full year's rent, her whole year. You know, it's paid in advance. You don't need to collect rent from her because it's already collected, that kind of thing. And then tell her, okay. Next, we're going to go to the car dealership, because her car is where most of her money goes at this point, either gassing it up or fixing it or whatever. And basically pick out a new car, give her the new car. And tell her, okay, here's the deal. Now, granted, when I say this, don't get the impression that she's constantly asking me for stuff, because she isn't. Matter of fact, at no point has she ever really asked me for anything. But I would tell her, okay, this is the one time I'm helping you out. You have a year to just either get your life on track or just slack off and enjoy it, you know. But you have a year. I've paid what I'm going to pay. I got you set up. You can salvage yourself or just let it go, you know. And I figure if someone lives rent-free with a new vehicle for a year, if it's possible for them to salvage their life, they're going to do it in that time. Because at that point, all she's got to do is gas for the car, because she has a place to stay. She has her pets if she wants them, you know. She has all that stuff taken care of. And that's just the kind of person I am, where if I had... Oh, another thing, if I had this money, I would possibly start looking for a place. Not that I don't love it here, but a place that I could just record at, or even rent like an office space kind of thing. Because that's another thing I would do instead of just doing it as my house, and just get an office kind of thing. Nice big office area, get a bunch of recording equipment, and basically hire my friends to do Let's Plays with me. Get high-end computers that exist solely for doing Let's Plays. Get good microphones. Get lots of gaming systems and games and all that shit. Get fucking subscription recording software. Just everything. And just go nuts. You know, just go fucking nuts. And hire Anubis and Skinner and Reaper and all my other friends, if they want to, just say, hey, I will pay you to come into this office and record videos with me, or on your own, you know. Like, if Skinner decides, hey, I want to do my own channel, you know. I want to play fucking... What's a game he likes? Like, I want to play Knights of the Old Republic and do a Let's Play of it. Then he can fucking do that. But yeah, I would tell him, oh, you want to do Knights of the Republic? Okay. We'll start your channel up. Here's what you need to do, you know, and get him either the PC version or the Xbox version, whatever fucking version he wants to run, and just play Knights of the Old Republic 2. You know, if he wants the strategy guide, use the strategy guide. If he wants to use game facts, fucking use game facts. If he wants to wing it, let him wing it. That kind of shit. And if he wants to do Knights of the Old Republic 2 next, he can do that. If he wants to do the Old Republic MMO, get him a fucking subscription. Hell, maybe I'll jump in, because the game's not perfect, but it is kind of fun. In a, wow, this is not Star Wars kind of way. Shit. Forgot to feed my fish. I should have fed my fish and I didn't. I'm gonna feed him twice, even though that doesn't work that way. Wow, I'm gonna practice. But yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I would get a fucking office space from my friends. I would hire them so that they never had to worry about money ever again. And not only would it, well, maybe not never, but I mean, I would give them a decent wage at least. Like if they had some kind of side job, that would help them. Or if I did end up getting a place and the office, we would have, basically, I would cover the bills and they would just live there and then we'd go to the office, you know? But I mean, just, and the best part is, if you're doing Let's Plays, that's fun. That's as much a game as it is a job. And that's the point. It's something that you can do if you enjoy it, kind of thing. I mean, those of you watching this, how many of you, if given the chance, would just laugh off the idea if some stranger came up to you and said, hey, I will make it your job. Just sign this piece of paper. I will pay you to play video games. as your job. That is your income for the rest of your life. And this is, we're not talking some like satanic contract where, yeah, I'm going to get all your money and I'm going to put heroin in your grandmother's fucking butt cheeks and she's going to die. No, nothing sinister. This is just, hey, you're going to make money. And all you got to do is make videos and you'll keep making money kind of thing. And we're not talking ad revenue kind of money. We're talking like, I don't know, like fucking $10 a video kind of money thing. I don't know. I mean, for all I know, that's less than you get from ad revenue. For all I know, that's so much more. I would assume it's less because there are YouTubers who live off their ad revenue. And to an extent, I wouldn't mind being one of them, but again, I don't pull the kind of views from that. And if I did, I don't know if I'd want to make my fans watch commercials just so that I could afford a new computer, you know. I'd much rather my fans visit my Patreon page, which is a thing. I don't I don't shill the Patreon page as much as I should. If I had done that for every video that went up this year and all the videos going up next year, etc., I might be making a couple bucks. And it doesn't take much, it really doesn't. If I had one person basically pledge to do $1 for every monetized video, which for me would be one per day. I mean, even though This Week in Kyrix has... oh, fuck, what is it? Even though, for example, like I said, This Week in Kyrix is going up every week, making it 8 videos. That's a free video. Right now, I've got 4 Job Fiesta going up. Well, that's a charity video, and that's a bonus anyway, so that wouldn't be part of my monetization. You know, that would be just be a thing that you could watch for free. But that's my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday video thing. If I could get someone to do $1 a day, basically, 28 days, or $20 in February, and 30 to 31 for the rest of the year, then it wouldn't necessarily be enough to, like, oh, it'll keep a roof over my head, but you know what? That would let me reserve a game every month, just about. You know, that would let me hit up Gamefly and get new games as well. Hell, that would let me up my subscription to Gamefly to getting 2 games a month out. And get my... hell, might even do 3 games a month. I mean, I'm still paying for the 1 game, so that we're talking just bonus money. And it might even get my PlayStation Plus back, which would open up a whole new slew of games as well. And again, that's just one person committing to $1 a vid. Though admittedly, it's not like I really post things on Patreon, and I should. I should go back to posting videos on my Patreon. Part of the issue with that is the fact that right now, Patreon doesn't work with YouTube to the point where if I set something scheduled, like, say, this is episode 36. If I record 37 as this is uploading and set it to go up next Thursday and put that on my Patreon, you couldn't view it early until it went up. So I would literally have nothing to offer my Patreon supporters except you're helping me make money. Which is nice for donations, but it's not really good incentive. Like, I can't say, oh, I'll draw you an awesome picture, or I'll do this. The only thing I could really do is make a Let's Play that would be basically Patreon exclusive, at least for a while. And I was actually all on board for that idea, and then I heard someone basically say, like, yeah, I wouldn't make my subscribers pay for content like that. And I'm thinking, you know, that's kind of a thing, so... That's one of my problems with Patreon, is A, I don't have a lot of viewers to begin with, and B, I have nothing to offer the viewers who do this shit. Who would, like, oh, if you offer me $1 a video, I'll do this. If you offer me $2 a video, I'll do this. Like, it's just kind of hard to do that. I mean, if I started getting some really hardcore subscribers, I might do stuff like I said, where I would have... let's use Chrono Trigger as an example. Like, oh, I've got a Chrono Trigger Let's Play up, and I'm putting it up in, say, let's say January 2017. It's the day that it goes up. But it's unlisted. It's basically private, unless you have the link, until July. So basically it's up for like 6 months early, you know? And if you're one of my Patreons, or patrons, or whatever, one of my paid subscribers, so to speak, you got the premium Kyrix package, then you would see it 6 months before anyone else would. Like I said, if Patreon ever gets to the point where they will just connect with YouTube in a way, and I don't think YouTube would do this just because of what it would imply, to the point where scheduled videos can be looked at by other people if they have the proper link, or give me a proper link like, hey, you personally can have this until, you know. If they ever did that, then you would see me just burying into Patreon. You know, I would just absolutely go full on into it. Like, I would literally go back and put my entire backlog of Patreon things up. But again, it would also have to trigger in such a way that, let's say, for example, Harvest Moon, to the best of my knowledge, is going to be 48 episodes. And let's pretend, for example, that this went up, that the whole thing was done, and I put it up, let's say, in November 17th of 2015. You know? Or here is a better example. Suikoden 1, which follows this, actually, now that I think about it, is done. The only reason I haven't uploaded it yet is because this isn't done, and I want to make sure that there's no overlap. But this is going to go up in the 49th week of the year. Or, you know, Suikoden 1. So let's just say that they have the system working so that it will recognize that, hey, this is a scheduled thing. His Patreon supporters can access it now. No one else can. And let's say that tomorrow, September 10th, or September 8th, rather, that September 8th I upload all 25 episodes of Suikoden. They would have to have some kind of system in to recognize that, hey, Suikoden isn't supposed to be a paid thing where it costs my subscribers money until the date in, like, December that it's actually supposed to go up, so that you don't, on November or on September 8th, suddenly get slammed with 25 bucks of paid videos. You know? And I really should contact Patreon and see if that's a thing they finally sorted out, because if it is, I will go through my entire fucking backlog and put it all on Patreon. Because I'm rapidly approaching the point where I am caught up with this year and well into next year with just stuff that's already done and stuff that's being recorded. And if I keep the pace that I've been setting, then by mid-2017, I'll have all of 2019's stuff up. And if people in my Patreon are willing to pay basically $1 a day every day of the year or more, then I would have no problem with them having immediate access to shit that doesn't go up for 2 years. You know? Hell, if someone pays me $1 a month, you know? I have, what is it, 164 subscribers? Let's say 150 subscribers. If every one of them donated $1 a month, to me, that's a small fortune. You know? I could do a lot with 150 bucks. Hell, 150 bucks, if nothing else, would get me out of debt with Amscot. I would basically have to scrounge up 16 bucks and take that 150 that month, take the 16 out of my own money to Amscot, give it to them, and never have to get another payday advance again. If all my patrons donated $2, Well, shit, that's 300. That's almost half my paycheck every month. You know? If you're talking $4, fuck, that almost is my paycheck. You know, if we're talking 5, what is it, 750, then you've damn near hit my limit. You know, you've almost hit the limit of money I'm allowed to make every month. You know, and at that point, that's all I would ask. You know, it's like, okay, I would literally have a thing of, okay, I don't need new Patreon people anymore, and this has to become my job. And I feel like such a whore. That's really what it sums up as. I feel like a shameless fucking whore, even floating the idea of asking my subscribers to give me any kind of money for my services. My services like I'm performing some kind of great effort for humanity. No, for basically the videos that I make. And it seems kind of stupid because I've gone on record saying that even if nobody watched these, I'd still do them just for me, because I enjoy them. That being said, I love when people watch my videos. And I love even more when people comment on my videos and give me feedback on my videos. And I especially love it when people enjoy my videos. Like, there's a guy right now, I think it's BtN or something like that. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. And he's been watching and commenting on almost every one of my 4-job Fiesta videos as they've come up. And basically saying, you know, if you'd done this, or if you'd done this, or you could have done this. And almost every video, at some point I'll say, don't give me pointers, because by the time you see this, it's too late to help me. But 4-job Fiesta is interesting in that, unless they don't do it next year, I'm going to do it again next year. So everything he's telling me, it's worthless for the run, because it's over. But next year's run is not. And he's given me so much good advice that I really could have used. Like, in X-Death's Castle, which is the videos that just came up in the past couple days, there was a moment where I basically had to go through a lot of lava, and it was bad. And the guy's like, you know, you have the float spell. If you'd used the float spell, you wouldn't have taken damage. And I'm sitting here thinking, son of a bitch. I didn't think of that because I haven't played a lot of the older Final Fantasy games. I mean, I played 4, and I love 4, which is the game that I know that technique from. So you'd think that would be a thing, but it's not really a thing in 6 or any of the later ones. So it never occurred to me that in 5 there's damage tiles and there's float spell and the two can interact. And it really should have. But yeah, that's the thing. And he gave me some other good advice, like, oh, you can do this thing or you can do this. And I'm like, dude, that's pretty damn cool. I'm going to remember that for next year's run. And it might sound like I'm brushing him off, but I'm really not. I'm genuinely appreciative of the help he's trying to give me. It's a bit late to help me, but it will help me. You know, it can't help me now, but it can in the future. And I like to look to the future. Doesn't usually get me very far, because I don't look to the future so much as I dream about it. And I really do. I'm really bad. I live in my own fucking head. I'm one of those people. You know? If you ever read The Secret Life of Walter Mitty or whatever, I'm kind of like that. Where I will just have all sorts of fun shit going on in my head at any given time. It's probably part of the reason that I'm just such a genuinely and generally happy person, is because I can fucking write off like, yeah, I don't need to deal with you. You know? I'm gonna go sit in my head where I have a Larvitar, you know? Although, unlike Walter Mitty, I do know the difference between reality and fantasy. which kind of sucks. Sometimes being a realist sucks, but there are worse things to be. Shit, I could be a nihilist. That's a horrible thing to be. I mean, just, oh, everything sucks, nothing matters. No, I don't subscribe to that. I have a friend like that, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why he's like that. If I were just to tell you the traits of my friend and I, like, oh, this is not the traits, that basically the situation's like, oh, this is, one of us does this, and he has this, and one of us is like this, and asked you to guess which was the optimist and which was the nihilist, you'd get it wrong. Because he has a good career in medical field. He makes a pretty good amount of money. He just got a new car because his last one tried to kill him. He's married to a gorgeous woman. He has a beautiful house, big house, 2 roommates who are his friends, although, of course, your friends will get on your nerves, you know, which means that they're contributing to the bills so that he doesn't have to pay nearly as much as he otherwise would. He has elaborate game collections, miniature collections, just collections of shit, you know? Like, just paraphernalia of whatever he likes, like, I rarely have money, but I try and get him something for Christmas every year. Like, I know he likes Beast from the X-Men, so I got him, like, a Beast figurine. And I kind of fucked up on the measurements, and it turned out it's basically the size of your index finger. I'm like, dude, I thought the figure was bigger than this in the description. I was like, oh, it's okay. It's still pretty cool. Because it's like a die-cast metal one, you know? We're just going to feed them and get on with the day. Meanwhile, you got me, where I'm just scrounging around. I barely got any money. I have no real job. Not for lack of trying. You know, I fucking having to get by on scraps of technology, on used games, borrowed games, rented games, that kind of shit. And he's just one of these, oh, the whole world sucks. We just need to set it on fire and start over, you know. And I just genuinely adore existence in general. That being said, I do have a bottomless well and a boundless capacity for hatred in the right circumstances. There are certain things that will set off this truly demonic wellspring of malice within me. And it scares the shit out of me that I'm capable of that much ill will. But it's not something that really is a thing. I'm not particularly inclined to act on it, because I recognize the consequences of society, but I'm generally a happy person. I would love to have seen what his daughter was like. Wonderful, the old traditions are vanishing. Soon this tradition will fade here as well. I love what you said. Everyone looks nice, even my daughter is cute. Yes, it is. I've seen it for the past 3 years. You know, I'm a horrible person because it just occurred to me, okay, what happens if the mother just had this great figure and the daughter just can't fit it, or the other way around? I won't. Okay. We shall begin. Yeah, apparently they let the dog out for a bit and put her in the Florida room, and she, you know, detonated again. because I wasn't expecting to be out of the house as long as I was. I basically expected to be home by 9 at the latest. I was expecting to be home like 7 or 8. You know? Plenty of time to walk the dog again, feed him, all that shit. And I got home at like 10:30. I overestimated myself by quite a bit and underestimated how long my errands would run me. Are you having fun in there? Give me just a second. Hi, Betsy. Betsy's just in the box having the time of her life. I couldn't tell if it was her or Oreo. Let's see where she's taking me. To the cliff or to her grandmother? Oh, to the lake. That's pretty too. You know, I think we did this last year, or am I thinking of someone else? Oh well. Do 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 do. Okay. Rain on this day, so I can just get shit done quick. Please tell me it rains tomorrow. It does not. You have filled me with unfathomable sadness. Yeah, it just is. But, I should actually own the Phantom Pain soon, because I looked up the Gamefly website in the store again, and they're like, oh, here's the Phantom Pain. I'm like, oh, so I didn't imagine it. So basically, when the game, because I put it in FedEx yesterday, that is to say Wednesday, which is to say today, really. I didn't even see who that one was. But, I put the thing in FedEx today so that it would go back to Gamefly, because I said this before, but I didn't say it here, that I was supposed to get the Phantom Pain, and they sent me Guns to the Patriots. And when they get it, they should process a refund, and if it's still in there, I'll get the Phantom Pain. It should be a Day 1 edition with whatever that implies. But in between me ordering the game and them sending the wrong one, whether it's because I fucked up or they did, I got my new Gamefly coupons in, so I will be getting this game for $5 less than I otherwise would. So, yay, cheapness. Later today, I will have to go to GameStop and order Pokemon Sun, because Mom gave me that money that she was going to give me, which is awesome. Also have to get $3 from the roommate for those Kit Kats. But it's been a pretty good week for me, honestly. I've had some moments where I'm just kind of being off about things, but it's all in all been pretty good. I'm actually looking forward to the next couple months, because October I might be able to get the other Pokemon game. Hopefully sometime this month I will have some kind of job, possibly with Save-A-Lot nearby. What else? In October, the roommates are going to spend like a weekend on a trip somewhere. I think it's out of state. I think they're going to go to like Pennsylvania or something. Which means I get the house to myself. I love having the house to myself. I don't necessarily do anything when I have the house to myself. It's just nice and stress-free, because I don't have to worry about doing something that'll irritate the roommates, you know? It's the small things in life you treasure. Plus, it means that I can let the cats out all day if I want to, or the dog. Just basically leave my door open, because usually when anyone's home, I have it shut. So I can just have the door open, let the pets roam the house and enjoy themselves, and get out of each other's hair, because every now and then I do have to let them out, because they do get in each other's way and drive each other fucking crazy. Which, I mean, come on, they're up each other's asses 24/7. It drives you nuts. I mean, imagine if you had 4 brothers and sisters, and you had to live in a one-room house all day. You didn't go to school, you didn't go to work, you didn't go to a friend's house, and your bathroom was also your bedroom, you know. And there were like 2 toilets, but anytime you wanted to poop, there's 4 sets of eyes just staring at you like, what you doing? And one of your siblings was just really weird and like to just put their arm around you while you're pooping. That's Willow, you know. It's a really weird scenario, but that's basically what the cats and dog put up with every day. God, there's so much harvesting. Seriously, every second that I made up until this point, was just pissed away by this one strawberry harvest. That being said, I think this is enough to get me over 100 strawberries. Shit, this alone is over 100 strawberries, and I haven't even finished. Oh, this is so much more efficient in Stardew Valley. Of course, in Stardew Valley, I can also get those ones in the middle. So, yeah. Did I? I did do the fish. Should I water these yet? I don't know. I probably did. I did not. Yeah, that's the right tool. But, anyway, I sent back Ninja Turtles. I gave up on even attempting that right now. The time may come in the future that I will play that game, but for now, it's on permanent hiatus. I just don't have it in me. I've got so many other things I'd rather be working on. And I tried readjusting my game queue because like, oh, we received Ninja Turtles today. I'm like, oh, let me put Phantom Pain up front. And it's like, okay, we've shipped the Metal Gear Solid HD collection. I'm like, yeah, or I could work on Peace Walker. So when it comes, I want to say Saturday. It should probably be here Saturday. It might be here tomorrow. Because I think there's one in Tampa, a distribution center. So it could be here tomorrow. But when that comes in, I'm going to start doing Peace Walker, because that's going to be a bit lengthy. So, going to do Peace Walker. Going to do Metal Gear 1 and 2. That is Metal Gear, not Metal Gear Solid. And I'm going to do Sons of Liberty. Or Substance, whichever one it is. And that one may be a little more intensive than usual. Because that's what I might still be really good at. Like, I just had so much fun going through there and getting all the dog tags and shit. You know? Like, expect that if I haven't lost my touch, and I'll probably do a practice round or so on my main file. Expect that to be like 4 whole playthroughs. Like, oh, this is easy, this is normal, this is hard, this is the fucking naked Bob. I don't know. Fucking Naked Bob run, you know? Super Ultra Mega Metal Gear run. The Kojima Fox run. Yeah, that sounds suitably Japanese. Oh, I'm an idiot. I've been doing this all wrong. I'm gonna fix this in just a second. It's been so long since I've had to harvest a goddamn thing. I forgot that's what the basket's for. This is literally why this exists. It's to save me time when I do shit like this. But, yeah, expect all the difficulty runs for Metal Gear Solid 2, because I want to get all the dog tags. Whether I will or not, remains to be seen. But I'm pretty sure I can do it. I never have, but I'm pretty sure I can. And there's the added perk that the final runs, like the final ultra difficulty runs, will be done with the stealth camo and the unlimited bandana. Because by the time I get to that, I probably have enough dog tags to unlock both of those items. Which, of course, only serves to make the game easier at that point. Okay, I think it can only hold so many of these before it's full. Like 3 of these or so. I can test. Because I think it holds 30. Yeah. So, again, gonna do all those, and once those are done, I can do Phantom Pain and Guns of the Patriots. Give me just a moment here. Sorry about the silence there. When I went to visit my mother, she's like, "Oh, call me when you get home," and I forgot. Because I'm horrible about that. I cannot, for the life of me, remember to call when I get home. It's something I've never really remembered to do. If I do remember, it's like 2 hours later. So, I think this is only 18 or 16. Nope, that's a full batch. God damn it. Basically, I have to do 8 trips with this basket. Which, while ridiculous, is still better than what I was doing, which was doing 24 trips by hand. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the Metal Gears. I could probably knock out Guns of the Patriots, like, tonight and tomorrow, if I really wanted to. And I might, just to get it out of the way. But I kind of want to do them in as close to order as I can, with the exception of Ground Zeroes, which is already done, and Phantom Pain, which I kind of want to save for last. Because if Phantom Pain plays the way Ground Zeroes did, and I really have no reason to believe that it won't, considering that Ground Zeroes is basically a playable trailer for that game, I'm really looking forward to Phantom Pain. Because Phantom Pain just basically seems like a much more involved version of Peace Walker, which I absolutely loved. I love Peace Walker. That's a fun game. I'm looking so forward to playing that. You know, part of me just literally wants to rip up the strawberry plants at this point. Because this was fucking ridiculous. Either that or get the fucking harvest elves out here every day. Like, okay, you harvest sprites are gonna live up to your names now, bitches. Pick my strawberries. Oh, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm not going to have enough time, and then I remember this isn't Stardew Valley. I have until 6 in the morning, not 2 in the morning. And if I have to, I can fucking down 8 of these strawberries. And then some. So yeah, matter of fact, I might, emphasis on might, start Phantom Pain tonight. Just because I can. It also depends, not Phantom Pain, Gun to the Patriots. It also kind of depends on whether or not Metal Gear comes in the mail tomorrow. And it might. It very well, I mean, come on, I got the actual games that I ordered, which was Gun to the Patriots and Dragon Age Inquisition. I got them like 3 days before I was thinking they'd be here. So, it's entirely possible that I'll get these tomorrow. I mean, come on, they picked it up yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it's like, okay, we have it now. We're sending the other one. So there's nothing to say that it won't come in. So, I'll probably do Peace Walker. I mean, they're going to do Gun to the Patriots or Peace Walker tomorrow. Today, whatever. Depends on what comes in the mail. If this afternoon I get the thing and, oh, it's Peace Walker, then I'll do Peace Walker. Actually, I'll probably start Gun to the Patriots anyway, just because it's not a long game. It's something I can whip out in fairly reasonable amount of time. And our mail doesn't come until fucking 6 p.m. anyway, half the time. We must be this guy's last stop of the day, honestly. You know? So yeah. Oh, she's so cute. Pow. So yeah, I'll probably knock out Gun to the Patriots, then start on Peace Walker. That way, if I don't have Peace Walker done, and Tron Bonne is close to the end, I'll just upload Guns, you know? Here's Guns to the Patriots for you. Out of order, but here you go. I mean, it's not like I'm already out of order just because Portable Ops. You know, Portable Ops alone is enough to put me out of order here. Because just the fact that I don't have the means to do Portable Ops, and will not have the means to do Portable Ops before it goes up, it's a fact. I do not see myself having a job and getting the money I need before Tron Bonne is over. Not with as many other things as I have that need my attention more immediately, like paying back my friend, paying extra rent, getting my capture card, getting the cat spayed, paying off Amscot, paying back the library so I can get a library card again. Which, honestly, it's been so long, there might be a statute of limitations where it just doesn't matter anymore and I can just go and get a new library card. But, yeah. Sploosh. Is my fishes boning? Hope my fish are boning. That's not how I check if the fish have been boning. Fish have been boning a little bit. Not enough, though. So yeah, the idea that I would have a job in time to do Tron Bon, or to do Portable Ops. First off, before Tron Bon even ends, that I would have the money, that I would have a job, get my paycheck, get all my other stuff done, get a PSP, get the cords with the PSP, get the memory stick, get all the chargers and shit for it, get a copy of Portable Ops, beat a copy of Portable Ops while recording it, and upload Portable Ops all before Tron Bon happens, or is done happening. I just don't see that. I just don't see it. I mean, that's not to say that I haven't made great strides. Tron Bon will get me through a sizable amount of this month. Or not this month, of this year. Because I think they'll get me... I don't even know. Let me actually look. Because I have the schedule right here. Let's see where Tron lets off. It's in my calendars, isn't it? Yeah, I recently cleaned up the folder because there was a bunch of shit everywhere. Okay. Yeah, November 7th is the last episode of Tron Bon, so I have basically until November 14th to finish something. It's possible that I could do that, but I don't see it happening because, I mean, if nothing else, the very first month, September is like a quarter over. So September's check would just be catching up on stuff. October's check would be catching up on more stuff because I have a lot of things I need to pay off. And upgrading equipment as well. You know, like I've got to spay the cats. That's going to cost a small fortune. I got to get the remaining animals chipped, which is Oreo and Maya. I got to get the chip data changed on the 3 that have chips, including one that has someone else's chip data because I was never able to get in touch with her owner. Not for lack of trying. Go through my videos at the start of the year when I found her and see that I was trying quite a bit. Never could reach the person. But, yeah. I mean, all that costs a lot of money. And then you've got November, and I just don't see myself knocking out a Let's Play. Because for one thing, I've never touched... Well, no, I can't say I've never touched a PSP. I kind of have one, but it's broke. So it's worthless, you know? I don't even know if I brought it with me here. I might have. Just for the hell of it. But I've never used a PSP. So I'd be learning a new game as I'm learning a new system as I'm recording it. That never goes well. But yeah, it's just... Portable Ops is not going up before Peace Walker. Unless, for some reason, I go wildly out of order and do Peace Walker, like, 9th. Are there even 9 games? There might be 9 games. But you know what I'm saying. Like, if I go dead last on Peace Walker, then yeah, that's a possibility. But I just don't see that happening. Just like I'm not getting this done before Thursday officially starts. Oh, God. It's just one of those things. You learn to live with it, you know? So yeah, I might very well shut this off when it's done, obviously. Upload it once it's uploaded. Watch a little YouTube, chat with my friend for a bit. If Eisen's up to it, maybe record some stuff. If Jay's up to it, maybe watch some stuff. Or Sammy. Because I watch stuff with both of them. And then break out Guns the Patriots and do some recording. Because I do love Guns the Patriots. The thing I'm dreading really amounts to 2 sections of the game, and not even whole sections of the game. The 2 sections I'm dreading are Chapter 2. Well, no, let's call it Boss 2. The whole Raging Raven level where you're like in France or something, you gotta tail the guy, just because it's tedious and stupid. You know? It's a tedious, stupid section of the game. It should have been half as long at best as it was. I'm dreading that. I'm also dreading the Crying Wolf battle. Other than that, I love the game. I love pretty much everything about the game. It's a lot of fun. It's a good game. It's just... How did I describe it? It's a fantastic game when they let you play it. Okay, I've got an ore, right? I do have an ore? I do not... Well, I do. It's not what I wanted. Let's go get him an ore. It's Sabara's birthday tomorrow. So we're going to get him some Mistral ore. I could really just give him copper ore and he'd be happy with that, but... He's a good person. He deserves good stuff. He deserves a big blue ball of awesome. Did I water these? I did. Very hard to tell in the hothouse whether you watered stuff or not because of the lighting. But, yeah. So, Guns the Patriots, that'll be a good one once it's done. It'll also serve as an emergency Let's Play for me, where, like I said, if for whatever reason, let's say Peace Walker's taking a stupidly inordinate amount of time, you know, that for whatever reason it's just not happening the way it should, and it's just driving me nutters. Let's say for whatever reason it's November 12th, and I'm still like 14 episodes away from finishing Peace Walker. You know, it's nice to know that, oh, I can just upload all of Guns of the Patriots, and that'll just go in that order instead. You know? Oh, you're fine. Shush. Nope, no. Need my basket. I don't remember if you can leave the basket behind and it'll get lost or something, but I'm not going to risk it. Even though I could easily buy a new basket if they even allow that. You know, I could buy a new basket every day. But yeah, Guns the Patriots will be a nice little cushion for me just in case. And if all goes according to plan, then it'll just go in the schedule when its turn comes up. You know, like, oh, I've uploaded all three of the, or I've uploaded Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, I've uploaded Metal Gear 1 and 2, I've uploaded Phantom Pain, Ground Zeroes, Portable Ops, Peace Walker, etc. Guns the Patriots goes up now, kind of thing. Because I really want to get a backlog going, a sizable backlog, to the point where at any given time I can just, you know, have like 12 completed Let's Plays of varying lengths. Anywhere from little 6-episode minisodes to 60-episode sagas, like the Final Fantasies often are. To know that, okay, if I can get to the point where I have so many games that I can literally start uploading 2 whole systems a day, that would be just magical for me. I don't necessarily see that happening, but it'd be awesome. And again, if my Patreon ever got running at that point, why am I still digging? Then those extra episodes would probably be just that, just to keep you from having to pay, or basically saying, okay, basically, if you're gonna try and pay $1 a day, set a limit of, you know, $31 a month kind of thing. That way, if there's extra, why did I do that? If there's extra stuff, you just get those for free, you know, that kind of thing. I really wish that I could just do the charge up Mega Ho thing and just clear out the whole thing. Just like, oh, look at all this ore, kind of thing. 1, 2. Oh, Sabara's going to have to settle for gold ore this year. I don't know what he'll do with a hunk of gold the size of his fucking head. It's going to be, oh, this, if only he'd gotten me Mistral. All this will do is add a 6th room to my house. A 6-bathroom, that is. Oh, that sucked. Just had a burp that came out through my nose, and the soda mixed with the cheeseburger I had at my mother's house, and created blinding pain. Actually, it was magical. Yeah, when I stopped over at my mom's house, her caretaker's like, "Oh, I made 4 cheeseburgers. Your sister ate one, and whatever. But we had one for you." And I'm like, "Oh, you don't have to do that. I have food at the house, you know, because I do. I have goulash. It's awesome." But they were insistent. They heated it up, you know, and they also got me a small bag of Doritos. Yeah, to the point where I'm eating the Doritos and Mom's yelling at me, eat your cheeseburger." I'm like, "Fine, I'll eat my cheeseburger." That's trying to tell me that my shoe is on. I'll either only catch half of it, or I'll just catch it at 4 when it comes back on. I'm doing important things, you see. Any mail? Any mail in the mailbox? No, no mail. No mail. I am lonely and unloved this week. Boonk. Feed the fishes. Are the fishy boning? No, fishes ain't boning. Bone, fishes, bone. I need you to multiply. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, good, it didn't destroy them. Oh. That's right, I gotta hoe them first. I'm like, no! I'm just watching this unfold and I'm helpless to stop it. That being said, I think the hoe would have destroyed the grass. Not that I can't get more grass seeds. I'm pretty sure this grass is actually ready to be cut down at any time. Fuck, that's a lot of money. If only farming were really this lucrative. Come lay down, my daddy will walkie. We'll give you the walkies after his recording. Come here. Lay down on the desk. So that I know you're staying out of trouble. You little mutt. Yeah, I'm really having fun with my recordings lately because I am getting so far caught up. And quite a bit ahead in some cases. But if I get a job, and if I can maintain the job, and or if I start getting hits on Patreon, if I start getting people pledging things on Patreon, you will see me doing shit on Patreon more, like uploading more shit. You know? But, we'll see how that works. But if I can either get some hits on Patreon or start getting a job and keeping it, you know, you will see me gradually upgrading my equipment. Like, I will save up just a lot of money and just get a massive fucking computer. Just a huge, awesome, powerful computer that can stream, for one thing. I would love to be able to stream. And that can do all sorts of things at once. Like, I can have Eisen on the thing and screen share and do computer files at the same time. You'll see me get some really good headsets and or microphones. You know, like standing mics kind of thing. Ideally, I would like to get some kind of headset microphone that acts as earphones with a microphone. And some kind of microphone hub where I can plug it in and plug in like 4 other ones so we're all hearing the same thing and it's all picking up our mics equally well. Get just this massive screen and get like a desktop computer or something so that I can do 4-player Let's Plays. And I will go out of my way to find the things I need at that point. Like, I will get a, what is it? I will get, like, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 3 so that we can all play that together. And I will get extra controls so that my friends can come over and we play Tales of Symphonia together, kind of thing. Because I don't think my quality's horrible, but I'm not stupid enough to think it's great. I've seen great. Like, I would love to have intros and outros. I would love to have a fucking custom thumbnail. Like, if I had an artist on retainer that was willing to work cheap, or that I could just, you know, or that I could actually pay a decent amount to because I can afford it, kind of thing, I would have just Larvitar art of everything. Like, for Harvest Moon, I would just have a happy Larvitar in overalls holding up a pineapple with just a little heart over his head. And that would be Harvest Moon Back to Nature. You're welcome, Sabara. You are a valuable and treasured member of this town. And quite frankly, my life would suck without you. Oh, I don't want to think what it would be like to do with my old metal tools. But yeah, I would love, like I said, I'd love to have a fucking artist. I would love to have someone to do custom art. And I'm not even talking like fan art. Like, I keep begging, and I will continue to beg, for Larvitar Pineapple OTP. I want that picture. I will continue to beg for that, but I mean, to have an artist, like, I have a Let's Watch that I did of Attack on Titan. It's not in the finished stage by any means. The stuff's recorded, but it's not ready, if you know what I'm saying. But, I would love to get a picture for that of just Larvitar with the whole ODM gear, whatever, the three-dimensional maneuvering gear, whatever you want to call it. Just with the two swords out, fighting a Tyranitar Titan. That would be the picture for that. I have a partially finished Let's Watch of Extreme Ghostbusters that I would love. Just a Larvitar with fucking Kylie's little proton blaster thing. Because I like that. It's the kind of thing they would give me because I'm the worst shot, so I need the least dangerous weapon. You know? I would love, for Metal Gear Solid, just, like, let's say for Peace Walker, just a Larvitar with an eye patch looking like Big Boss. You know? That kind of thing. I would love to have custom art. Just have a guy on retainer, or a girl. Actually, given my record, a girl is more likely, because the previous two pictures I commissioned were both from women. One of which I knew, one of which I just contacted on DeviantArt. I'm like, hey, you do commissions, can you do this? I wish she was still doing commissions, because her prices were amazing, that even on my budget I could afford more. I would literally just give her so much work, and I'd pay her for it, you know? And I even asked her, but she's like, no, I'm moving, and I'm not up to commissions, etc. And I basically told her, if you're ever up to it again, tell me. I will give you my business. I love your art style, and I have things I want you to draw. You know? And granted, she does mostly, if not all, just pony art. But I could use stuff like that for Sammy. You know, but if she does other stuff, like I could use her, if she's willing to do it, to do my Larvitar art. And I think I forgot to water the pineapples. So much for my OTP. Actually, no. Did I? I don't remember. It probably doesn't matter. Okay, are the fishies boning? God damn it. Fucking Puritan fish. Start fucking. Spawn, you little bastards. Spawn. Spawn like Al Simmons. Yeah, like I said, a big goal for me is to get better equipment so that I can have Let's Plays that don't lag. Like, it recently, because I keep saying genuinely when I mean generally, and generally when I mean genuinely. Considering I usually use them together, to the point where they're mostly interchangeable, what order I say them in, but I generally do not watch my videos back. If not for the fact that I was doing a post-commentary with Eisen, I would not have realized that AM2R was lagging so bad in the footage. And I have to wonder how many other Let's Plays do that right now. To the point where I'm making it a point to close other windows. Like, I used to have my email open because I figured, oh, it's not doing much. But apparently it was sucking up enough of my processing power to fuck me, you know? But I would love to know that I have a powerful enough computer that I could have 3 movies with 3 different video programs running on mute in the background and not lag my actual recordings. That would be awesome. And I honestly think that would be... The funny thing is, if I got a job, I would have the money that would be step 1 towards getting my Patreon to the point where I could say, hey, here's what I'm gonna do, blah, 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 you know? I mean, the only thing I can think of for a Patreon bonus is that I would say, okay, basically, every other month or so, I'll just grab, like, the top 20 patrons or something, and just roll a d20 on camera, and whoever's number comes up gets to pick a Let's Play for me. I don't fucking know. If I did get people to do the Patreon, I would flat out insist that it be per video and not per month. Not in a case of, oh, I want more money. Because that's... I know it sounds like that, and originally I had it per month instead of per video, until I realized that if you're paying, let's say, $30 per month, you know, as opposed to, say, let's say you're paying $31 a month as opposed to paying $1 per video. You know, because it would come out to the same thing in most months. There's literally nothing to stop me from pulling in an Anita Sarkeesian and just pulling out like, oh, I'm going to do 3 videos this month, 2 videos this month, you know, and still getting your money. And that's not right. Because if you're paying me $31 a month, you're paying for 31 videos. And that way, that encourages me that if I want that money, I damn well better put out, you know. Better put in the work for the money you're giving me. Because when I say that, there's nothing to stop you from saying, okay, I'm going to give you $1 per video, but I'm not going over $15. I'm fine with that. You know what? $15 for me, that's my fucking, that's a monthly bus pass if I fill out some paperwork. You know, because I apparently qualify because of my income for a special monthly bus pass thing for like $11. So getting $15, that's a monthly bus pass where I can go wherever I damn well please whenever I need to. That would be awesome. Jay, get in the fucking thing. Get in the fucking barn, Jay. You bastard, go back to California. The funny thing is, as I'm telling him to get in the barn, that's who you can hear texting me over Skype. I find that horrendously ironic. It's very silly. I'm gonna tell him that too. I'm like, Jay, as you texted me on Skype, you came out of the barn. You're a troublemaker. You are currently my most troublesome cow. And he's gonna be like, what? Yeah, on a more somber note, one of my friends, the one who was fixing my bike, is sadly filing for divorce from his wife, which I don't hate his wife, but we never really got along. Like, that's not to say we can't coexist, but we're not friends, and we're probably never going to be friends. That being said, it just sucks to me that that didn't work out for him. You know? But anyway, we're drawn to a close here. I gotta get this online. I've got other stuff I gotta do. I gotta clean up after the dog. Gotta get some more dinner in me. And I got stuff to watch and I got videos to record. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I love you guys. I adore all of my viewers, especially the ones who comment. I mean, liking and subscribing are nice, but anyone can hit a button. If you're gonna comment, that means that you took the time to actually type something out. So anyway, thank you for sticking around this long, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.